Hi, I'm Jim Ormond, Group ESG Manager. Welcome to this year's LGC ESG report. This is our second ESG report using the Global Reporting Initiative framework. The following video provides a brief overview to the report, why we report, and what you can find in this year's report. As a reminder, ESG refers to the environmental, the social and the governance, the ESG topics which matter most to our stakeholders and commercial success. There are a number of reasons why we, along with many other companies, produce an annual ESG or a sustainability report. Firstly, by measuring and reporting our performance, we can identify those areas we need to focus on to drive improvements. By using a standardised reporting framework such as the GRI, it enables us to compare our performance year on year and also our performance with our peers. The report provides an opportunity to share across our business and with our wider stakeholders some of the successes we've had in the past 12 months. And I hope the ESG report also is a valuable resource for you for answering questions from colleagues and customers. In this year's report, you'll see information relating to the following topics. These have been identified as the relevant areas to report upon based on our environmental and our social impacts, the priorities of our people, our customers and our investors, and also those topics which are key to our continued commercial success and how we create shareholder value. What's important is that we're on a journey with our ESG reporting. We're not there yet, but each year we're looking to improve the depth, the breadth and the quality of our reports. One way to look at this is that it's a three-stage process for each of the topics we report upon. Stage 1 is we report the data which is available for that topic, recognising there may be some gaps or some data which needs to be estimated. Stage 2 is that we aim to have data from across all our sites for the topic, and it's in a format which is aligned to standards such as the GRI. Ultimately, we want our data to be as robust and comprehensive as our financial data so that we can pass external assurance. This year we had external assurance for our energy and our carbon data. Okay, so let's have a look at this year's report. A couple of you may recognise the front cover, which is a photo taken by our colleague Emily from Petaluma as part of a company-wide competition to raise money for our corporate charity, the Coalition for Rainforest Nations. The report starts with an introduction from our CEO, Ewan O'Sullivan, who provides his views on this year's performance and where he'd like us to focus going forward. He also sets out 5 new ESG KPIs, which are central for our ESG programme and which we'll be sharing more information of in the coming months. One thing we heard from last year was whether we could have a one-page summary which we could easily share with customers and colleagues. So this year we've included a highlights page which captures some of the key achievements over the past 12 months. Moving through the report, you'll see our strategy for ESG. On the left, you'll see the topics which matter most to our business, and on the right, you'll see our strategy for addressing those topics through what we do every day as our business, by how we provide mission-critical components with lower impacts, right through to how we support our customers deliver societal and environmental impact by addressing the big challenges facing our society. Continuing through the report, you'll see more information about our business, and also a series of short case studies of how we're delivering our core purpose, science for a safer world, from providing quality controls for precision medicines and supporting the development of new drugs for sepsis, from helping wastewater companies avoid toxic chemicals entering the environment through to ensuring the safety of food products such as honey. As you go through the report, you'll see 3 sections which provide a deeper dive into our performance around E, the environment, S, our people, G, how we practice responsible business. I'll start with the environmental section. Last year we made a commitment to be carbon net zero by 2050. In making this commitment we said that we would set a comprehensive baseline that includes the full extent of our emissions and that we'd transparently report back against that baseline each year. This page sets out that baseline and outlines where carbon or greenhouse gas emissions occur across our business and our wider supply chains. We'll be sharing more information on this carbon footprint both at an LGC-wide and business unit, but also at individual site level over the next couple of months. Continuing, you'll see further information about our environmental performance. For instance, over the past year, so that's the 1st of April 2021 to the 31st of March 2022, our sites used just over 62,000 megawatt hours of energy. This is a reduction of almost 1,000 megawatt hours, primarily through energy efficiency investments and activities. This is the first time we've reported energy use from across all our sites around the world. You'll also see that we've increased the percentage of the electricity which comes from renewable sources. In this section you can also read about how we're supporting other organisations on their low carbon journey. Our grant management group is supporting the UK National Health Service Go Carbon Net Zero, and our LGC Biosearch Technologies team are supporting low carbon agriculture. Continuing, you'll see some more information about our environmental performance. For instance, we report our water usage. This year we expanded that to include our larger US sites. Next year we aim to be able to report water usage from across all LGC sites. This is the first year we've been reporting our hazardous waste from across all sites. This year we generated approximately 1,200 tonnes of hazardous waste, which is sent on for reprocessing and disposal. Next year we'll be planning to expand this reporting to include more information on what happens to our hazardous waste once it leaves our site. In this section you'll see some information from our teams in Lexington who have recycled 70 kilograms of plastic lids which have been used to make plastic park benches, and our team in Tipperary who are supporting World Bee Day by giving all colleagues packs of native Irish flower seeds. Continuing through the report you'll see the section about our people. Around the world we now have over 4,000 colleagues. This is an increase by 500 from 2 years ago. We're also reporting this year information on the number of people who start in their career at LGC through apprenticeships and student science placements. Some of the initiatives captured in this section include Headspace, VP Pulse, the Cheers Award, and the corporate charity Coalition for Rainforest Nations. Continuing, you'll see information about diversity, inclusion and belonging. We report the percentage of our male and female colleagues, both at a global all-employee level and also at a management level. There's also information about some of the tangible actions we're doing around diversity, inclusion and belonging, including Women in Leadership training programmes. And this year we're including details of our employee networks established by colleagues around the world. The final section looks at our responsible business practices. There's a section on health and safety. Over the past year, there were 226 work-related injuries, with the most common cause of injury a cut, puncture or graze, of which 21 were required to be reported externally. There's information around the great initiative from our environmental health and safety teams in Canada, who organised their second EHS Safety Calendar Contest. Continuing through the report, you'll see information about responsible procurement and our updated supplier code of conduct. We now have 52 ISO certifications relating to quality management across our sites, including Alexandria, which achieved ISO 13485 this year. You'll also see information about business ethics, anti-bribery, corruption and competition, and cybersecurity, key metrics and KPIs that we report upon to demonstrate how we're practicing responsible business. Finally, you'll see a section with an expanded data table and data index, which brings all the data from this year's report together. So to recap, this is our second ESG report using the GRI framework. Within the report, it's an expanded breadth, depth and credibility of the data reported. There are also a number of one-page summaries available to send to customers and others. These are also available in German and French. We'll be sharing the report externally, and please do feel free to share it with your networks. If you are interested in getting the report tailored to your audience or to one of your customers, please do get in contact. Similarly, if you have case studies or examples that you'd like to include for next year's, please do contact us. So to thank everyone that provided data and information for this year's report, and we look forward to sharing next year's progress in next year's report.